In every town, there is always that one person who loves packaging. The one who can borrow your belt, your perfume, even your cologne, just to shine for one occasion. But in Otunko village, there lived a man named Ikenna, and his story was the grandest sorrow and disgrace of them all. Because on his wedding day, it wasn't love that exposed him. It was shoes. Ikenna was a tall, lanky man in his early 30s. He wasn't the worst dressed in the village, but he was very conscious of levels. He believed that weddings, especially his own, were not about love, but about packaging. See, he told his friend Emeka the week before the wedding, "I cannot marry and look ordinary. People must talk. They must say, oh, Ikenna is glowing. Ikenna is dripping." Emeka frowned. "But have you even bought shoe for the occasion?" Ikenna waved him off. "Don't worry. Shoe is not my problem. I have connection." And indeed, he did. In the next town, there was a certain bachelor known as Okafor the Big Boy. Okafor had traveled abroad once, just for 3 weeks, but since then, he never stopped bragging. He bought flashy clothes, wore oversized designer belts, and most importantly, he owned one pair of Italian leather shoes that shone so brightly they could blind an antelope at midnight. Those shoes were his pride, his bragging right, his weapon of mass intimidation. So, a week before the wedding, Ikenna went to him. "Brother Okafor, Biko, I greet you. I came to humbly request your blessing." Okafor leaned back, suspicious. "Blessing? Or borrowing?" Ikenna grinned, showing all his teeth. "Just small help. I need to dazzle on my big day. Let me borrow those Italian shoes." "You get why?" Okafor folded his arms. Those shoes are not ordinary. They are not for local ground. Are you sure your village soil can handle it?" Ikenna knelt. "Please, if I don't wear them, my enemies will laugh. People will say, 'See groom, he came with palm slippers.' Don't let shame kill me." After much begging, Okafor finally agreed, but with one warning. "These shoes are special. They are tight. You must walk gently. No running. No dancing too much. Just pose like a gentleman." Ikenna laughed. "Oh, dance K. I am groom. I will just pose. Leave dance for my groomsmen." Okafor handed him the shoes, gleaming like twin mirrors. And that was how Ikenna secured his disaster. The wedding morning was chaos, as weddings always are. The compound was full of visitors, the women frying puff-puff in large basins, uncles shouting, children chasing goats around. Ikenna dressed like a movie star. White at border, red cap tilted stylishly, and then, the shoes. Oh! When he slipped them on, he felt like a prince from another world. Yes, they pinched his toes, but beauty is pain. As he walked out, the crowd gasped. "Chai! Our groom is shining. See shoe. Is this not London? Huh! Ikenna has arrived." Even his bride, Amoka, whispered in awe, "My husband, you are glowing like the morning sun." Ikenna's chest expanded. He was unstoppable. The ceremony went smoothly. Vows exchanged, rings fitted, rice thrown. Then came the reception, the true battlefield. The hall was decorated with balloons and wrappers. The DJ was warming up. Palm wine was flowing like stream. And then the MC shouted, "Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Our couple is about to dance in." Everyone cheered. The DJ dropped a hot track. Ikenna and Amoka entered majestically, spraying smiles like confetti. At first, Ikenna walked gently, remembering Okafor's warning. But the music was sweet. His people were hailing him. His uncles were spraying money. His aunties were ululating. "Groom! Dance now," they shouted. At first, he bounced small. Then he raised his shoulders. Then his legs started moving. The whole went wild. Oh, Ikenna did dance. He forgot the warning. The Italian shoes pinched, but adrenaline carried him. He stamped his feet, spun around, lifted his bride. The crowd screamed. Then, it happened. As he stamped his foot for the grand finale, there was a sharp sound. Huh! Everyone froze. The music paused. Ikenna looked down. The sole of the right shoe had detached completely. It flapped open like the mouth of a hungry crocodile. Gasps filled the hall. Children pointed. Uncle's shoe is talking. The MC burst into laughter. Ladies and gentlemen, even the groom's shoe is giving speech today. Ikenna panicked. He tried to shuffle, to hide it, but the flap made it worse. Quah! 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 With every step. The hall erupted in uncontrollable laughter. Some people fell off their chairs. The groomsmen tried to cover him, but the damage was done. Then the left shoe gave up too. Quah! Quah! Now both shoes were flapping like broken wings. Ikenna tried to dance carefully, but the crowd was howling. Shoes don't vex. Shoes don't scatter. Groom's legs are speaking tongues. Even his new bride was laughing, tears running down her cheeks. The worst was yet to come. As he tried to shuffle off the dance floor, one flap caught on the carpet. He stumbled forward and fell flat on his face. The money spraying stopped. The hall went silent. Then an uncle shouted, "See our groom. Borrow post don't finish him." The hall exploded with laughter again. Children were chanting, "Borrow shoe. Borrow shoe." Ikenna wanted the ground to swallow him. He kicked off the shoes in anger, but that only made things worse. His socks had holes. Big holes. His toes were peeping out like prisoners escaping jail. The crowd lost control. Even the DJ was laughing so hard he forgot to change the track. The wedding limped on, but Ikenna was broken. His pride, his packaging, his borrowed glory, all scattered on the dance floor. When it was time to leave, he had to walk barefoot to the car, his abode trailing shame. And of course, in every village, nothing travels faster than gossip. By evening, the story had already spread. Ikenna wore borrowed shoe. The shoe disgraced him. Even his socks were suffering. The market women reenacted it the next day, stamping their feet and shouting "Paw! Paw!" Children mocked him in the streets, "Uncle Shoe don't talk again oh." Even his new wife, though she loved him, could not resist giggling whenever she looked at his feet. Weeks later, Ikenna went to return the shoes to Okafor. He tried to polish them, but the soles were hanging like tired tongues. Okafor stared at them and shook his head. "I warned you. These shoes are not for dancing. Now see disgrace." Ikenna sighed deeply. "Brother, next time I will buy my own." Okafor chuckled. "Good. Because you cannot borrow dignity. Borrowed shoe will always expose you." And so, in Otunko village, whenever someone tries to overdo or borrow what they cannot afford, people laugh and say, "Remember Ikenna's shoe. Borrowed glory cannot dance."